Hello and welcome back. Welcome back after a long hiatus to Bloodborne. We returned to Dark Souls and now we return to this. I held off on this for a while because this whole section I wanted to do here, I wanted to do in co-commentary with a friend, but we were meant to do it today and he's not around, so I figure I might as well start this, and if he comes around later then, hey, he might join. Anyway, Ludwig lastly left off, his head went over here even though we killed him over there, and he went gibbering about, like, the moonlight and such, and we told him a sweet lie and he gave us this, this weapon. Which is pretty good. It's a pretty good weapon. In fact, I might use it for a bit, to demonstrate its effectiveness. I mean, it's split damage, but it's still really fucking strong.
By night, but with steady stride. Colored by blood, but always clear of mind. Proud under the church. Beasts are a curse, and a curse is a shackle. Only ye, the true blades of the church.
Yeah, he does that a lot. You can't open the door yet. Emphasis on yet. But now that we've gone through the whole Hunter's Nightmare and Corpse Pile stuff, we can actually see what the church was doing here. And indeed, the church have been up to shenanigans. Now, I need to be careful about the timing with this one. As you can see, there's one of these dudes with a big-ass gun. I'd rather, if I can help it, not be shot by him. Just a matter of timing, parrying, and then doing that. Bonk. Oh! That could have been ugly. I'm not sure if I've explained it yet, but when the weapon like this is in this form, it changes the amount of arcane damage in proportion to physical damage. So with the build like I have here, it might be better off in this form. But we'll find out, shall we? Let's see what's down here first of all. A lone cell, kept well away from all of the others. I wonder if there's any significance to that. Let's go and ask, shall we?
Are you a hunter? Well, that's very odd. Do you hear the toll of the bell?
Yeah, sure, why not, buddy? I hear all the bells. Whatever you want.
Liar. Such pettiness will be your undoing. The beast you seek will not be found here. Go back to your hunt. And if you have the chance, put this night behind you. Places better left untouched. Secrets better left alone. Only a fool would so brazenly roam.
Oh, it's no fun to just leave it, especially after you made it sound all cool and sinister and that. Yeah, he's just an antler dude, just ringing a bell. Totally not important for anything later, whatsoever. No significance to the multiplayer system. Never gonna see him again. So long! I'm sure we'll be fast friends. I'm sure of it. A lot of these doors are locked until you get a key to open them, and it is worth getting a key and coming back, because there's a very good skill weapon. One of my favourites, actually, but that's for skill builds and not for this build. There's also this. This is pretty funky. It's an offhand melee weapon. A chunk of iron fitted with finger holes. The hulking hunter woman's simple gratia, ever hopeless when handling hunter firearms, prepared to knock the lights out of beasts with this hunk of iron, which incidentally caused heavy stagger. Gratia was a fearsome hunter, and to onlookers, her unrelenting pummeling appeared oddly heroic. Okay then, I'll have to take your word for it. But this is the weapon, it's just a big-ass knuckle duster, and you just go, And it even has like a tiger uppercut when you do a roll attack. Shoryuken! It's fun. It does cause a lot of stagger, there is no kidding on that. I've never actually used it all that much because it struck me as a very situational weapon. But it's here, and it's interesting to see that it's here. Also, the Gratier's here, and she, yeah, you look at her, you see how she is this hulking brute. She is fucking enormous. But yes, that's a thing. Now let's head over here. What does this room present? Okay, it presents us with interesting model draw distance. That's one thing. Okay. Let's try not to focus on that. This is a good game after all, and we're not going to criticize the rather obvious shortcuts that were taken. Instead, we're going to kill rats because they're creepy and they're googly-eyed and they're trying to be basilisks. That's just not on. Also, we might want this area clear for something later. In fact, for this next fight, I kind of want the Holy Blade. The other weapons are a bit sluggish. Looks cozy. So she's just chilling over there, reciting her prayers. In fact, what? Should be able to hear it. What is the, Huh. That's odd. She should usually be reciting like the same sort of prayer that Vicar Amelia is, but right now she's being all tight-lipped. So yeah, don't rush ahead too quickly because she does have a bodyguard in the shadows, and yeah, they will start attacking. But here's my fun little idea. It involves going around this corner and smacking her about, and then legging it. Because we're brave, brave people. Come down this way. It's safe. It's totally safe. Oh! Yeah, she does a lot of damage. Ideally... Oh, you want to bring them down here. When they are alone, and they can't really do a lot to deal with you. Oh, god damn it. It ate another one of my visceral attacks. I hate it when it does that. And it does that so... Yeah, you hit that. And I'm just going to do this, if you don't mind. There we go. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but the enemy NPC AI is just so incredibly aggressive that you can usually quite easily tell when they're going to do an attack. Which is fantastic, because if you couldn't, parrying them would be a pain in the ass. Oh, she's bringing out the big guns. I can't parry that. Why did I try to parry that? There we go. I usually have a lot more trouble with this one, actually, although she still has a lot of health. She's still alive. She can still kick my ass. I should not be so... Okay, now she's not. Now she is, in fact, the dead. Blood Drake. Oh yeah. I put the Vile Blood rune back on. Not for any particular reason other than I want the... Oh, hello! Funnily enough, I was just coming to see you. Holy shit, that damage. Okay, you know what I say to that lady? That's exceptionally rude, and I will not stand for it. Oh, god damn it, no! Oh, oh, okay. I'll take that dodge. That's not what I wanted to do, but I'll take that dodge. Let's get you out in the open a bit more. I think that's okay. Once again, Beast Roar proving itself to be exceptionally useful. I should be using Augur of Abriatus actually, but this is just what I have on hand. And I have Augur of Abriatus right now. So long! Oop. Oh, there's nothing else. So yeah, if you're unfortunate or just silly enough to fight them both in the open like this, well, my first advice is don't do that, and second, you're going to get your shit slapped. But if you isolate them, you'll find that they're not that bad to deal with. Now, because I went over to that big hulking fire beast and picked up this little doodad, we can now unlock this. What an incredibly elaborate cutscene. So now we have this whole area, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Because there's a bit more stuff I want to do down here. Some extra goodies that are quite easily missed, and some of them you will not... well, one thing you won't want to miss. The other thing depends entirely on what kind of build you have. But, like auto lifts in Souls, send them up and get off them, and then, ooh, wow, what's this? A secret throne area. Ooh. How old? What's here? A skull. Gee, I wonder if this whole situation with a skull on an altar in front of this, like, big, grandiose throne thing is sort of similar in some way. This is a key item, and has this to say. Skull of Lawrence, first vicar of the Healing Church. In reality, he became the first cleric beast, and his human skull only exists within the nightmare. This, I think, is a very important point about a lot of what happens in the Old Hunters, in that a lot of items that you see and pick up are kind of sort of psychological manifestations, or they're allegorical. This is the case here, because the actual Lawrence we just went and met. The skull is a symbol of Lawrence's past and what he failed to protect. He is destined to seek his skull, but even if he found it, he could never restore his memories. So, that emphasizes that there is, in the nightmare, things which you can just sort of wish into existence. Not necessarily consciously, but it can sort of happen. And Lawrence's skull is not the only example I could think of, although the other one is a lot vaguer in terms of what it actually is or isn't. You'll see it, like a few sets. I'll try and show it off. And then there's this, right at the bottom. This is... after what happened with the original canon, in that it was like people found a way to use blood bullets to get a lot more bullets out of it than they originally intended. People, FromSoft bumped up the Quicksilver bullet usage and made it kind of crap. But then they added this in the DLC, which is a little bit different. It has the same amount of Quicksilver bullet usage, but it doesn't have the same amount of damage, and you can see it has a big-ass blood tinge requirement. Originally designed for use by the brawny men with deteriorated brains, not for just any ordinary hunter. So, yeah, you've already seen this before. It was used by that guy guarding the second bonfire up at the River of Blood. So, yeah. This is one of the weapons sort of used to accommodate the originally kind of ignored Strength Blood Tinge build. And if you've not done a Strength Blood Tinge build yet, I advise you do it if you have the DLC. Because not only do you have that church cannon, which is pretty badass and reminds me of the good old days of the actual cannon, there's also a weapon in the DLC which is frankly one of my favourite weapons in the entire game, and it's a Strength Blood Tinge weapon. And it's just fucking godly. I'm deciding, I'm umming and erring on whether to do a video showcasing all of the weapons, but I do want to show off that particular weapon. Although you'll be seeing it used by somebody else later on, I guess, so it's not that big a deal. So you had enough of lifts yet? Because thankfully this is the last time I'll be using this one. Ideally, yeah. Low on blood vials, might have to change that soon. So that should hopefully set that as the checkpoint, I don't know. Now we are here. Research hall. This looks oddly familiar to a place I just went to in another life, in another game. Curiouser and curiouser. Also, there are a ton of bloodstone chunks in the DLC. I think there's enough to upgrade at least one weapon from like 0 to 9 or something. And there is another blood rock, so that helps too. And there's another one of those little crystal lizard buggers over there. Let's give them a nice greeting. Groovy.
Has someone, anyone, seen my eyes? I am afraid I've dropped them in a puddle. Everything is pale now.
I think you might have bigger problems than that. Just saying. Just saying. Curiously enough, that's one of the friendlier denizens of this area. It wouldn't be a Souls-like area if it wasn't full of complete assholes ready to happy slap you to death. Funnily enough, here's one of them right now. Oh yeah, I was going to show this off a bit more, wasn't I? Oh, that biffed. Whoop. Profoundly wasteful of quicksilver bullets? Yes. Immensely enjoyable? Yes. Also, I haven't shown this off yet, but it's insanely effective. Just look at it! It's got hyper armor and everything. It's like a truck. It's so nice. Now, I'ma slap you now. That was very, very rude of you, Mr. Brain person thing, whatever you are. I do get turned around quite easy in this area, so do forgive me for meandering. You also need to be careful about some of these areas because there are some pressure plates on the floor that will occasionally trigger. And when they trigger, you get acid on your face. It's not very nice. Oh Jesus, these guys have a lot of health more. I need more damage at this point. One of the consistent problems of having an arcane build. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? I think you'll find the results of my weapon are quite shocking. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. Goddamn joke. Now this looks like a fun area full of happy people. Happy! Yes.
Kill me. Please. Just kill me. Free me from this place. Before
Someone
go mad.
help me. I'm guilty. I know. But I won't do it again.
Sorry.
I promise. The dumb darkness. It frightens me. And what rises from its very depths.
Lady Maria. Lady Maria.
Oh god, I'm such a klutz today.
Take my hand. Please. Help me.
I can give you a weapon.
Let me drown.
So yeah. Funnily enough, all these people with bloated ass heads are not having a good time. Interesting what this one said about being guilty, though. Makes you wonder why the hell they're all here. You'll find out a bit later why they have, like, bloated heads and such, but whether that would have to do with any punishment or whatnot, not quite sure on that one. Anyway, this actually isn't the only way to go. There is another path you can take. I've just taken this one. This guy over here, who's just spazzing around in the corner, he can't see shit. But if he happens to stumble across you, you're in a world of hurt. So, be quiet and don't knock anything over. And you'll be right as rain. Of course, he's just there to demonstrate how they work. Other ones later on will not be as easy to get around. I can assure you of that. I wonder. I probably shouldn't try this, but I'm kind of tempted. I don't need this, but this might be useful. You have a very angry churchman over there. Doesn't? No! No! No, that's cheating! Don't do that! Working as intended! I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Lady Maria, I'm a robin. Will I ever curl up and become an egg? What say you? Lady Maria. Lady Maria, say something. Anything.
This poor thing has got no legs and no hands. Let's just go and pull it out of its misery, shall we? Sweet, brain power acquired. Oh.
Lady Maria, I'm a robin.
That's fantastic. It's kind of awkward. You see, I kind of stole your brain power, and yet you're still alive. It's not how these things are supposed to work. So what is this? Extracted from a patient whose head expanded until that was all that they were. Lovely. Once, a young girl had an older brother who was determined to become a doctor, so she willfully became his patient, you know, as you do. In the end, this led to their encounter with the Eldritch Truth, which they considered themselves blessed. How wonderful. The other way you could have gone is, up this way with this dude, and some other crap. I might have to go that way anyway to unlock some shortcuts and stuff, but like, I honestly can't remember everything. I don't know what my this thing. Where's my tentacles? There they are. It's just a good fallback. Slam-a-jam! Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed at how often I'm using Ludwig's. In fact, yeah, let's not use Ludwig's for a bit. I've got this uncanny whirligig saw. Let's go and make some pizza out of people. But it's just such a goddamn effective weapon. Oh, I think this is, I think that's death. But it's also the chute for which the elevator is. Or the lift. Like I said, it's been a while. Also, this freaky architecture. Snazzy. So the question is, where do I want to go? I think you can open up, like, one half of the area over here, but... If only I was Roadhog and I could hook this guy off the edge, but unfortunately... Fortunately, that is not to be. But... I can still just do that. See, he's not even dead. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. How you doing there, Missy?
Oh, Lady Maria, save me, please. I don't hear anything.
That's a darn shame.
Save me.
Perhaps it's best if we just leave them alone. That's humane, right? Leave them to their suffering? That's humane. Hey there! Looking a little on the lanky side. Mind if I just chill over here? Not trigger this pressure plate? Yeah, we good? We're good. Yeah, that's fine. What a nice chap. Oh! Piss! That was what I was trying to avoid. Ah, here we are. Let's try not to wake up the old dudes just yet. Ding ding ding. I say just yet, because we are going to come back and slaughter their asses. You know, it's the only way. Progress and loot. Excellent. Handy dandy shortcut.
Is that you, Lady Maria? No. You're someone else.
Nah. How could it be anybody else? It's not like you can confirm or anything, you know. It's a shame you don't have any eyeballs or anything.
Please, could you do something for me? I need brain fluid. Murky, mushy brain fluid.
Innocent request. How could I possibly refuse?
Oh, thank you. You're terribly kind.
That's just lovely.
Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, I hear the sticky sound. Do you hear it too?
I heard a slurpy sound.
Oh.
Does that count?
I know. Will you have my blood as thanks? I'll have you know, I was once a blood saint too.
Why not?
That makes me happy.
Can't contract anything from
But I
someone else's
can't
blood?
move. Look.
Never
my
happened
right
before.
arm. I'm sorry to trouble you, but you don't mind, do you?
I've been stealing everybody else's blood, so why the hell not?
Oh, don't be greedy.
As they say, fear the thirst for blood. I should know.
Yeah, that's really amazing. So, interestingly enough, she is far, far more lucid than anybody else here. Let's see if, either way, her blood gives any indication as to why. It was originally one of the blood saints who received treatment by the church to cultivate worthy blood. Adeline's was one of the few cases that turned out favourably. Well, yeah. We can see how the others turned out, can't we? And you may have noticed if you've been paying attention, like pretty much all of the women's names that you meet, like Adela, Ariana, Queen Annalise, they'll start with A for some reason. The only one that doesn't is like Yosefka, but Yosefka is something else entirely, as we all know. She's her own special little snowflake. And that's that. It brings us back here, so we can go and restock and stuff, which I think I will actually do, so I can chop this recording up and such. But, yeah, when I return, we'll continue our expedition.